how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be a 4 looks video playing with the palettes in the new Oden's Eye Saga of Freya collection. We have 3 palettes to play with. I love the looks I created. I think they're really fun. And this video is also really exciting because it is sponsored by Oden's Eye. Oden's Eye is a Swedish indie brand in case you haven't heard of them before. I have worked with them a few times in the past. I absolutely adore them. They are genuinely one of my favorite brands. They theme all of their products around Norse mythology, and they always do such a killer job kind of honing in on a theme, creating really detailed packaging designs, creating products that I feel like fit such a unique story, but yet all fit cohesively with the brand itself. They do such a good job. Everything is always so unique and has such a personal touch to it. The collection this time, like I mentioned before, is the Saga of Freya collection, and it's super exciting, super pretty. We have 3 beautiful vintage book style palettes. The collection also came with 6 brushes, which I do use these brushes throughout all of the looks, so stay tuned to see them in action. And also there's this really cute brush cleaning sponge that I use to keep these brushes clean amidst all of these looks in this video, so this was really helpful. So let's go ahead and break down the palettes and kind of the story behind them. The first is the actual Saga of Freya palette. Freya is known as the goddess of love, war, party, and fertility. This palette is so cool. It is a double-sided palette. You open it up and there are 2 9 pans on either side. It's so artistic and just absolutely beautiful. Next is chapter 1, Tears of Freya. This is the Amber Tears palette. The story behind the theming on this particular palette is that Freya's tears dripped onto the stone, and then the stone turned soft and dripped into the mud, and then the mud turned into the golden sand. It dripped into the sea, and then the sea turned into this transparent amber. Hence the name Amber Tears. Her tears are turning things amber over here. And the final palette, we have chapter 2, Cat with Golden Carriage. This is the Cat's Breath palette. And the story behind this particular theme is that there was a cat that pulled a carriage. It transported Freya to help bring hope and love into the world. I think it's such a cool story. I'm really into this collection. I think it's really pretty, very thoughtful, very put together, and I'm just really excited about it. I do have an affiliate code with Oden's Eye. It is Beautbean in all caps. It'll save you 10%. I do make a small commission with that code, a full disclosure, and I appreciate it very much if you use it, but no pressure. Oden's Eye, thank you so much for partnering with me on this video. All of you know how excited I get about Oden's Eye. I just love their theming, their packaging, the quality of the products. Everything lasts so long and so well for me. Genuinely one of my favorite brands, and I get so excited when I see a new collection coming from them. Anyways, I think I have said it all in this intro, so let's just move forward. We are going to create 4 looks. We'll be creating 2 looks with the Saga of Freya palette, 1 look for each like 9 pan that's in the palette. I'll be doing a look with the Amber Tears and a look with the Cat's Breath. So let's just hop forward and do some makeup. All right. Hi, how's it going? Let's do look number 1. For look number 1, we're going to focus in the Saga of Freya palette, but we're going to focus on this kind of berry toned side. It's going to be very cute. I have an idea. I think I want to do a halo eye. I really want to showcase that silver shimmer. I'm ready for it. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. You go ahead and prime your eyes with whatever it is you prefer to use. All right, so first things first, I wanna take the shade Love, that kind of peachy pinky tone. I'm gonna take that on the Oden's Eye FR1 brush. It's just a big fluffy blending brush. And this is just gonna go all the way from inner to outer corner in a very rounded shape. So not doing like anything winged out or anything like that. I really just wanna keep that round circle shape with this halo eye. And I'm also gonna dust some down here under my lower lash line just to get a little bit of something laid down to help my other shades blend out easier when we get there. And now I want to take Passion, this red shade here. I'm gonna take that on the smaller blending brush, the Oden's Eye FR2. And this one is gonna get focused in the outer and inner portion of my crease, lid area. I'm not gonna carry it all the way through the center like I did with that first shade. This is just gonna be in the inner and outer and my lower lash line. It's gonna look a little sloppy at first because I'm gonna blend it out with that first brush. Yes, very perfect. I'm also just gonna smoke this all along my lower lash line. I'm not gonna leave a gap in the center for my lower lash. I just want it to be nice and smoky. All right, I'm gonna take a little bit of Love on that first blending brush, and I'm just gonna go to town on the inner and outer portion and just kind of swirl it all around to help diffuse this red and get it nice and soft and blendy. Look how pretty that is. I love red eyeshadow, especially against my blue-green eyes. It just pops so cute. And now I want to take Deep Thoughts, this dark chocolatey shade down here. It's very warm, rich. It's very cute. I'm gonna take that on the pencil brush, the Oden's Eye FR6. And this one, I'm simply just gonna use to deepen up the inner and outer corner just a teeny bit more. Not enough to where it's like obvious that I threw a bunch of brown in here, just enough to create a little bit more dimension. I'm gonna do the same with my lower lash, just smushing it right up against there. Yep, that looks good. I'm gonna take my brush that I had with Passion and just a teensy bit more of Passion, that red shade. Just to, like, pretty much right on top of what I just laid down. I'm doing light little strokes, holding the very end of my brush so I have light pressure. So I'm not necessarily trying to spread this around like crazy. I just want to diffuse where it's living. And now I just want to take the brush that I used with Love, that first shade, but I don't have any new product on this brush. I'm just using the leftovers. And again, holding the very end of my brush so that I have light pressure. Just going to diffuse all the shadow. Look how just dramatic and sultry that looks. Truly the key to like making a really dimensional smoky look is just layering different shades, really creating that gradient. You can create a smoky look by just using one shade and just blending it, but layering those different shades and using the different size brushes, it really helps so much. Okay, well that looks good. Now we're gonna do the lid. So I want the inner and outer portion of my eye to be mystery. That's just gonna fade so nice into this like burgundy red situation that I have going on. And then the center is gonna be Muse because I just want that silver to shine. Oh, it's gonna be so pretty. So for the mystery shade, the inner and outer corner shade, I'm gonna take the Oden's Eye FR4 brush and I'm taking a little bit of glitter glue. So I use glitter primer with literally every shimmer. It helps everything pop to its fullest potential. And I'm just gonna smear that all across the lid, just doing little stamps of it. And then I'm gonna dip right into Mystery with that same sticky brush. Oh, I love this kind of like a cranberry tone. It's so pretty. And this is just gonna go right here on the inner and outer part of my lid. Not taking it up into my crease or anything like that. I'm just focusing it on the lid. And now before I go in with my silver, I'm just gonna take one of my brushes. This is the one I used with the red. No additional product, but I'm just gonna lightly smudge right where the shimmer and matte meet so that there's a nice transition between like matte to shimmer. Oh, and now it's time. I'm just gonna take Muse on my finger. Look how bright that is. This is insane. It's probably one of the brightest silvers I have in my whole collection. And that's gonna go right in the center. Holy cow, that's beautiful. Oh my gosh, this shade is so good. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna take my brush that I had with the cranberry shade, that mystery shade. I'm just gonna grab a little bit more and I'm just gonna very, very lightly just kind of tippy tap and scoot right where the edges are, just so that we can get a nice flow. I'll even kind of flip the brush over. I'll actually put a little bit of Muse on the clean side just so I can very easily switch back and forth between both sides of my brush to get a nice diffusion. Because even though I want that silver to really stand out and pop in the center, I still want it to be a nice gradient from the cranberry into the silver. I literally love this so much. I think that's so cool. All right, inner corner time. I want to take the shade Happy because that is such a beautiful topper and I think that's going to be so cute in my inner corner. I'm just going to take my pinky and just stamp it right in there. Cute. But I'm now thinking I want to top it with Crush. I want to do like kind of a mixture. Happy's cute, but I feel like because my lid is so bright, I just need something a little brighter in the inner corner. So just kind of mixing a little bit of Crush in there. Yeah, that's cute. That's good. Highlights the inner corner while not drawing attention away from my beautiful shiny lid. I love it. Okay, well, I'm going to repeat this on the other eye, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I will be back when I'm complete. Ooh, look number one. I love this. I just feel so pretty. I think it's just so dramatic and fierce. I love the pop of silver on the center of my lid. I think it's so, I just love it. I just love it. I threw a silver eye pencil in my waterline just to really bring forth the silver, some big fluffy lashes, and my lip of choice today is Water Lily Cream Lip Stain from Oden's Eye. I love this. I think it was a good match for this look, and yeah, this was look number 1. I hope you enjoyed it. Next we're gonna do look number 2 featuring the pumpkin harvest side is what I call it. It's gonna be really fun. All right, hi, look number 2. I'm excited, I have a plan, it's gonna be awesome. For look number 2, we're gonna again be tackling the Saga of Freya palette, but we're gonna use this side, the pumpkin harvesty side. Obviously we're gonna play with that green. I'm excited, so let's just hop in. Go ahead and prime your eyes with whatever it is you like to prime with, and then we will get going with some shadows. All right, so we're gonna start with Defend, that green shade. I'm gonna take that on the Oden's Eye FR3 brush. It's like a big, fluffy packing brush, so I'm gonna be able to pack across my lid and lightly blend through the crease, because I basically just want this green just all over the lid and blend it out and looking really cute. So let's just do that. I really want this green to just stand out. Oh, it's such a pretty color. Love it. I feel like this particular shade of green is fairly unique to me. I feel like I don't acquire greens this specific shade very often. So I just want this right in where like my crease starts. I don't want to bring this shade up too terribly high. I want it mostly focused just like on the lid and kind of extend it out. And then we're gonna do a lot of blowing out with the lower lash line with a different shade. So now that I have it all kind of packed on, I'm just gonna use the same brush just to lightly start blending at the edges, just to get it nice and soft and diffused. And now I'm gonna take the FR1 brush. It's a big fluffy brush. I have no product on it. I'm just gonna use this clean brush to help blend the edges some more. Get everything extra diffused. And now I'm gonna take the shade Strength, this really dark, dark brown. I'm gonna take that on the pencil brush, the FR6, and I'm gonna focus this in my outer corner just a little bit, just to add some dimension. Kind of like down here on this like lower part and extend it up, creating kind of like a little bit of like a sloppy wing kind of a look. Just right there. And then I'm also gonna tackle it right here in the outer portion of my eye as well. Actually, I'm gonna take this all the way across. What am I saying? I want it very smoky down here. Then I just wanna make sure the lower and upper connect nicely. And now I'm just gonna take a little bit more of that green and I'm just gonna lightly start blending it out up here, and then we'll start working on the bottom with a different shade. Because with up here, I didn't want it to necessarily look like I have a lot of brown. I just wanted it to add a little bit of a shadowiness, just to create some soft dimension. But with my lower lash line, I'm gonna take the orange shade right here, and I'm gonna take that on this brush. This is an Oden's Eye FR2. It's like a smaller blending brush. And I'm gonna use this to really blow it out down here in the lower lash, especially focused in the outer portion of my lower lash line. I want this green and orange to live next to each other harmoniously. It's gonna be so cute. We're just going for some colorful smokies today. I'm gonna make sure I'm actually dragging this orange down fairly far, especially in the outer part of my lower lash line, just to really give that sultry, smoky kind of a look. Ooh, I love that. Really quick, I wanna take the shimmery bronzy shade and hair it. I'm just gonna take that on this little smudgy brush. It is the FR4. I just want to pop a little of this right here in the bottom, just to add a little bit of sparkle down here. Can't live without my lower lash line shimmer. And now really quick, I actually want to take Promise. I'm going to take that just on my finger, and I want to lightly tap that across the green that we laid down just to add some dimension. Oh my gosh, it's such a pretty topper. It just adds the most fine little bit of sparkle and just makes it look wet and delicious. Ooh, I love that. It's so pretty and magical. And for the inner corner, we're gonna take Compassion. I adore this shade, it's so good. I'm just gonna take it on my pinky. This is just such a pretty shade. It's kind of pinky with this minty shift. And I think it complements the green in this palette so well. It's so cute. Oh, yes. Oh, I love this. I think I might like this look more than look number 1 already. So I'm gonna go ahead and repeat this on the other eye, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I will be back when I'm complete. All right, this is look number 2. I love it. I think it's just so smoky, sultry, colorful. I love this shade of green. I think it's so pretty. I'm really happy with this. Just threw on some big lashes again and a brown eye pencil just to complement the smoky brown lower lash line. And then my lipstick of choice today is Love Jasmine from Oden's Eye. Just a really cute, creamy neutral. So yeah, this is look number 2. I hope you enjoy it. So far, this is my favorite one out of the 2. And now we're gonna move on to number 3. For look number 3, we're gonna play with the Amber Tears palette. So really excited. I have a really pretty fairy-esque look in mind. I can't wait. Hi, hello. It is time for look number 3. We are gonna be playing with the Amber Tears palette for look number 3. And I just want to have like blown out sparkly fairy goodness on my eyes. It's gonna be very just ethereal, very blendy, no cut creases or anything like that. And I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be gorgeous. So let's just hop in. I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eyes. You go ahead and prime with whatever you like to prime with, and then we'll do some shadow. Okay, so for the lid, it's gonna be very simple and easy. I'm just going to have pink ice kind of thrown all over the lid and blend it out so it's just very sparkly and ethereal. But I'm gonna do that last because I do wanna focus a lot of like blending on my outer corner and lower lash line. So I kinda wanna lay that down first, and then I'll stamp the sparkles on top. So I'm gonna start with red coral because I want that push right up against the lower lash line, especially like kind of in the middle. And then we're gonna blow it out with another shade. So I'm just gonna use the pencil brush, the Oden's Eye FR6, just gonna dip right into red coral. And that is gonna get pushed right up against my lashes. Oh, that color is so pretty. I wanna make sure I stretch it all the way across, but I feel like I do want most of the focus kind of in the middle here. And now I want to take Amethyst, that cute purple, and I'm going to be blowing it out all around like this outer portion. I don't want it to go all the way through my lower lash line, just kind of out here and maybe a little up in this area, kind of like a blush drapey kind of look. I already have a lot of blush on, so this purple is just going to kind of flow with it, you know? So I'm going to take that on the smaller blending brush. This is the FR2. Almost dipped into the red again. I mean, that would have been really pretty blown out as well, but I'm feeling purple pinky red today. So I'm just keeping it tucked right here in the outer, and I'm just doing little circles just to start spreading it out. I feel like when doing this, you kind of just want to start small and then slowly extend and add more. I feel like if you just start low and go in, it can be hard to create that really soft gradient. Whereas if you start in and then work your way out, I don't know, you just get a better concentration of color in the spots that you want it. I feel like I haven't done just a very airy, ethereal look like this in quite a long time, and I'm really excited. I've had like this look in mind ever since I first laid eyes on this palette, so I'm happy I'm finally doing it. And I am pushing it out here just a little bit, not really so much where it's on my lid, but just kind of extending in this outer corner of my eye. Oh, look how cute that is. It's just so fairy-esque. I'm just gonna keep building upon this just a little bit more. Oh, I literally love that so much. I think that's so pretty. Yes, I love it. I do wanna add a little bit more of red coral though. I feel like I just want a little more intensity with it, just to bring even more color and drama to that lower lash line. Because why not, you know? All right, so we're gonna take pink ice and I'm gonna stamp it all over the lid. And I'm actually not gonna use my glitter glue. I know I use it with every shimmer ever, as I always say, but once in a while when I want just something to be just a little more twinkly and not just like an opaque strip of shimmer, I like to just dot it with my finger. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just gonna kind of lightly press it because I don't want it to look like I have like a block of shadow across my lid. I just want it to look like ethereal little fairy twinkles, you know? Just like that. So pretty. Ooh, there are so many pretty shimmers in this collection. I live for it. And now that that's laid down, I'm gonna go back one more time with a little more purple, just because I feel like I cannot have enough right now. And then I'm gonna take just a little more purple on my brush, just the teeniest bit. I'm holding the very end of my brush so I have very light pressure. I want just the lightest kiss of it right here by my brow. Just for another little pop of color. I'm gonna wipe my brush off in between actually, just so that I can keep my brush fairly clean. I just want a very light wash of it. Almost to where it's like, is there something there? Is it reflecting? Not that like your skin can reflect like that, but that's kind of what I'm going for. All right, inner corner, gonna take the pretty shade right here. It's just a nice kind of icy, pinky, highlighty color. perfect for the inner corner. Oh my gosh, I love it, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's just so pretty and soft. I love this like heavy lower lash line. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna repeat it on the other eye, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I will be back when I'm complete. All right, look number 3. I think this is so pretty. I feel like I keep liking each look that I do in this video more and more. But I love this. I just feel like an ethereal little fairy. I just love this eye look. It's so simple, but so bold at the same time. I'm obsessed with it. I just threw in a purpley pinkish eye pencil to go with that lower lash line so it could pop even more. Some giant lashes again. And then for my lips, I initially did the Perfect Plum matte lip stain from Oden's Eye. And then I just felt like I wanted a glossier finish. So I just topped a teeny bit of Lady Camellia's on top, the cream lip stain from Oden's Eye. So that's kind of the lip combo I have going on right now. I love it. I think it's so cute. Let's move on now to the 4th and final look. Hi, hello, it's time for the 4th and final look. I'm so excited. We're diving into the Cat's Breath palette. This is my favorite one of the 3 palettes, and I'm so pumped. I have an idea. I want to do a very smoky brown look, blending into that like minty turquoise with the Papa Teal on the lower lash line. I just want something very smoky, so that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna play with a lot of that like toppery shade towards the front of my lid as well. I have a rough idea. So I'm gonna go ahead and prime my eye again. Go ahead and get your eye primed and we'll move on to shadow. All right, so I'm gonna just start with catnip. I wanna get that kind of laid down and established in my crease. I'm gonna use the smaller blending brush, the Oden's Eye FR2 for this. Just gonna load it up. And that is gonna get focused right in my crease. I'm not gonna take it up too high just yet because I want to make sure I have room to kind of blend up once I lay the brown down as well. Oh, just look how bright and cute that is. It's so pretty. I don't think I really want this shade on the lower lash line, but I might add some later. We shall see. It's just such a beautiful aqua minty turquoise. It's so cute. All right, so now that that is just kind of evenly distributed through my crease, I'm now gonna take the shade Cat Hair, this brown, and with that I'm gonna use the Oden's Eye FR3 brush. This is just kind of like a fluffier packing brush. So I'm going to push this all across the lid. I'm gonna keep it concentrated fairly low on the lid. I'm not gonna bring it up too high just yet. Just gonna slowly build it so that everything can stay within my control. Because I want a really nice diffusion of brown blended up into that turquoise. And now I'm just gonna slowly start kind of doing slight back and forth motions right in the deepest part of my crease. And it's really just gonna start merging with that minty shade, and that's what I want because that's gonna create kind of my in-between, and then I'm gonna go back in with more of that mint to finish off my gradient. I really like brown and blue together. Obviously, I was inspired by that with my wig and beanie choice today as well. I just think it's a cute combo, I don't know. I've always liked it. All right, taking a little bit more of catnip on that blending brush. I'm gonna hold the very end of my brush so that I have light pressure. I'm just gonna slowly build this up again. And I'm kind of just gonna go back and forth between this shade on this brush and the brown shade on the other brush until I get it how I want it, you know? I just want it to be a soft little blend of color on the lid. This can also be a nice way to kind of incorporate pops of color. If you're scared of pops of color, you can kind of use lighter versions of it as your like transition shade to help blend browns out, and it kind of adds a nice little pop while not making it so bright and scary if you're scared of it. We all know I'm not scared of it, but just a little tip for you. All right, so lower lash line, I want to smoke Bad Temper out all underneath it. I'm gonna take that on the pencil brush, the FR6, and that is just gonna get tucked nice and close to my lower lash line, just to give a nice smoky tealy effect. I'm just gonna kind of wipe off the brush that I used with the mint before, and now it's clean. I don't have any product on it, and I'm just gonna use the shade by itself to help blend itself out, just to get it nice and diffused down here. I don't want this shade to get dragged down really far like I did with look number 3. I just want this to just be a nice smoky lower lash. And I'm gonna add some shimmer. All right, taking Bling, that beautiful sparkly turquoisey, bluey, tealy thing. I'm just gonna take the same pencil brush and I'm going to pop some of this shadow on it. And this is gonna get pressed right against the lower lash line as well, just to give a twinkly, sparkly, wet looking lower lash line kind of a color. So to me, this specific shade, this is only gonna make sense to some of you. The original Roller Coaster Tycoon game for the computer, like way back in the day, like literally probably 2 decades ago. The water in the game, like if you put down water for like a water ride, that's exactly what this shade looks like to me. It is the color. It even kind of glistens the same way that water would like kind of glisten in the game. It's so funny. Now I'm just gonna do a quick little blend again just to get that nice and diffused. And now I'm gonna take Wool Ball. This is gonna be my inner corner highlight and it's gonna kind of creep into my lid a little bit. I will show you. I'm gonna be using the Oden's Eye FR4 brush. So I'm just gonna go ahead and highlight my inner corner with the brush since I'm gonna use it anyways. Why not? Just to get a nice little sparkle. Now my inner corner just looks wet and it's so cute. And I am actually gonna take my glitter glue again. I'm just gonna plop some of this on that same brush, just a little bloop of it, just to help this shimmer pop pretty intensely. And I'm gonna put most of the focus here in the front portion of my eye, just kind of doing little taps with it. And then as the glue is getting off of my brush, I'm gonna slowly pounce outwards, but I want most of that concentration in the front part. And now I'm just gonna go in again with that same sticky side of my brush, picking up some of that Wool Ball shadow. And again, starting right here in the front, I'm gonna heavily concentrate it. Just keep on tapping on. And then as I start to get to kind of this first third point, I'm not really gonna dip in anymore. That was my last time. And I'm just gonna slowly just kind of tap and drag the leftovers outward so that I have a gradient from like really sparkly and then just not sparkly at all. Oh, I love that. I think that's so pretty. It just adds such a magical inner corner. And then it just gives so much focus to this wetness that's all over my inner portion and my lower lash line. I really like it. I think it's a fun placement to kind of do something like that. And as much as I am loving this, I love it a lot, I do think I want to add a little bit of bad temper in the outer corner of my eye. Just a teeny bit, like the teeniest little bit. Just because I think it's going to be the perfect fusion of bringing that lower lash line in. Oh yes, I think that literally perfected the look because I still have that same kind of gradient going on my lid, but now it just connects even more flawlessly to the lower lash line. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh my gosh, is this look my favorite I've done in this video? It's possible, I'm not sure. I'm gonna repeat it now on the other eye, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and we'll be back once again to finish this up. All right, the fourth and final look is complete. I love this. I literally don't know which look is my favorite because I love them all and I'm really liking this one a lot. I just threw in a teal eye pencil to complement that lower lash line, giant lashes again, and then on my lips is my favorite lipstick from Oden's Eye ever out of all of their lip products, Little Jasmine Cream Lip Stain. Forever the best, it's so good. All right, so yeah, I guess that's it. Those are the 4 looks. Let's zoom out and finish up this video. All right, welcome back. I'm so glad that we got to play with all those palettes. It was a lot of fun. I genuinely cannot pick a favorite look, so you're gonna have to tell me which of my looks was your favorite because I loved them all. As far as the palettes go, if I had to pick one favorite, it probably would be the Cat's Breath palette. I adore this color story. It's so pretty, but the Amber Tears is a close second because I just think it's so spring summer fairy. It's beautiful. Oden's Eye, thank you again so much for working with me on this video. It was great partnering with you and playing with this collection even more. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I would love to know what you think about this collection. Did you pick anything up already? Do you want to pick anything up? I would love to hear your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a cat emoji because Freya does ride in a carriage pulled by a cat. So leave me a cat emoji if you made it to the end of this video. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day. Don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.